I'm at Holy Trinity Church at Bradwell Juxta Coggeshall. Quite a grand title. It's actually a remote, locked-up country church with a fantastic history. It dates from 1140 and it's been proven to contain some of the earliest examples of medieval brick. Historically, when churches were built, a lot of local material was used in the construction, and indeed if you look at this particular building, and particularly so on the outside walls, you can see that it's made of flint and rubble, which is mixed with mortar and lime, and the edges or the corners, the quoins, are constructed from brick and Roman tile. By the time of the 12th century, most of the supplies of Roman brick and tile had run out, and so the medieval people were forced to actually go back to the drawing board to work out how the Romans fired their bricks and to replicate them, which makes this building quite unique. And particularly so inside. It contains a number of fascinating monuments and plaques to the people that lived in this area, particularly the landowners. But today, unfortunately, I can't actually get access to the church, but I'm hoping to come back on another day. But what I can share with you is this amazing porch. It actually dates from the 14th century. And in 1905, the Reverend T.H. Curlin, who was a noted archaeologist and church historian, was able to date parts of this structure to the 14th century with later additions and repairs, and particularly so in the 16th century when this porch was revamped. And in fact, what happened, allegedly, a number of balustrades were removed from nearby Bradwell Hall and were actually placed inside the porch. But over the centuries, as one can see, one side is quite original, whereas the other, which is exposed continuously to the elements, has rotted away and has had later replacements. But, as you can see, a history is here waiting to be rediscovered by me on my visits. I haven't actually ascertained whether or not there is a ghostly history attached to this building. I suppose there must be somewhere in the annals of time, but it's not information that I can currently access. But what can I say about this place? It's a particularly, shall we say, bijou country church. It was obviously built for a small congregation, and in fact the nearest village at Bradwell is a few miles distant. But of course, when these churches were built, they weren't built for the convenience of the peasant population. They were built for the convenience of the landowners. And this particular church actually predates the Cistercian Abbey at Coggeshall, so it's quite an amazing building to be in. And if you actually look inside and coming back again to the porch, you can see examples of the original 14th century woodwork that's incorporated into the porch, with these ecclesiastical arches that you can see here. I'm quite amazed that I'm looking at so much history just from the outside. What's inside, obviously, is going to be something subject to a future production. But on February the 7th, 2019, I had returned to test my new Panasonic HC-X1, which I intended to film on the outside of the building. But I was fortunate to find workmen inside the building who kindly allowed me to briefly film. And here are some of the features I shot of this remarkable and very rare Grade 1 listed structure. Each item I've identified is indicated in text. I hope you enjoy. That's as far as I can go with today. I have to return back home, it's getting dark, but thank you for joining me on this brief soiree in the churchyard at Holy Trinity, Bradwell Juxta Coggeshall.